Tonight, we are learning a man is dead. 2 people have been arrested after a shooting in Siloam Springs this afternoon. The scene was at Meadow Court and Mount Olive Street. That's across from the Siloam Springs Intermediate School. No schools or school property were involved in this incident. Police got a call reporting the incident at around 3:20 this afternoon. They now say 19-year-old Braylon Farris was arrested along with a juvenile. Police have not identified that juvenile. Farris has been charged with capital murder. Police say the juvenile has been charged with accessory to murder. They also say the investigation is ongoing. Fort Smith Public Schools confirming a bus accident today. Students were on board. A social media post from the district said, though, there were no injuries reported. This is the second incident involving a Fort Smith school bus this month. Another one happened on August 19th. No students were on board during that incident. No injuries reported as well. Around Arkansas tonight, a warning from the U of A at Monticello. A fungal disease infecting South Arkansas's pine forest has forest experts on high alert. It's called brown spot needle blight. It infects pine needles, leading to premature needle loss, stunted growth, and long-term stress that makes trees more vulnerable to pests and pathogens. Experts say it's been unproblematic until exposed to certain pine. It's been found on loblolly pine in 11 additional counties in Arkansas, which brings the total confirmed counties to 25. UAMS Forest Health Research Center is working on ways now to keep the forest healthy and try to reduce the economic impact on the state's lumber industry. A ceremony at the Arkansas State Capitol today marked 20 years since the dedication of the Little Rock 9 monument. That monument honors the 9 students who 68 years ago integrated Little Rock Central High School. One of the Little Rock 9 was at the ceremony today. In 1957, at just 15 years old, Elizabeth Eckford walked along into an angry crowd, armed guards at Central High. Her courage captured the nation's attention and paved the way for generations of students.
My mantra has become that we could never have true racial reconciliation until we honestly acknowledge our painful but shared past. Not myth-making, not pretty stories, but the real truth.
Eckford later served in the U.S. Army. She became a teacher, a reporter, and public servant. Now shares her story nationwide, reminding young people that even small acts of courage can spark real change. This weekend, Bentonville hosts Trifest. It's an inspirational race that brings together athletes of all abilities. Push to Inspire was created 15 years ago, supporting the special needs community to take part. As 5 News reporter Laura Castleman shows us, the goal is to motivate people to take focus off of themselves and help others.
I feel like the people here are our family, and granted, I've only seen them one time a year.
Greg Simony is the founder of Push to Inspire. He and his family travel from Florida to Bentonville every year for Trifest. This is year 14. Push to Inspire gives special needs athletes the ability to cross the finish line too.
It's really about being a part of something. It's more than just the race. They know that they're going to be part of something that a lot of other people their age aren't doing.
The Trifest races include biking, swimming, and running, totaling nearly half an Ironman over 24 hours.
I started with my son Ian. He was born with a disability himself, autism and cerebral palsy, and we were the first racers here 14 years ago to be able to have an assisted team.
Push to Inspire volunteer Greg Parker pushes his son.
And we're about inclusion in sport, and we're going to have an incredible experience with 10 athletes this weekend.
Proceeds from Trifest go towards multiple sclerosis research.
Inclusion is everything. I think for these athletes to get an experience like anyone else.
I get to represent my dad's nonprofit in a bright way.
Greg's daughter, Marie Simony, was inspired by her father to participate at the age of 15.
I've been seeing my dad bring special needs people across the finish line, and I was inspired, and I've been wanting to do it for a long time now.
Simony wants kids her age to be inspired like her to participate.
Shine brightness into Isaiah's eyes and just show him that he's capable of doing things that he may otherwise not be able to do.
In Bentonville, covering news where you live, Laura Castleman, 5 News.
That race, by the way, starts tomorrow morning at 6:10. It'll continue through Sunday, offering those who take part and spectators a chance to engage in a very meaningful cause. Developing tonight, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe has announced a special session to redraw congressional maps in that state. Moves comes after pressure from President Trump and his allies, who are working to expand the GOP's narrow majority in the House. The proposed map unveiled today targets the state's 5th district, which includes Kansas City. It could put Republicans on track to win 7 out of the state's 8 House seats in next year's midterm election. Today marks 20 years since Hurricane Katrina made landfall in Louisiana. Governor Jeff Landry spoke to remember the impact it had on not just their state, but many in the South. 80% of New Orleans flooded after levees failed, and thousands were stranded on rooftops or packed into the Superdome waiting for help. Critics still say the delayed response from FEMA made the disaster even worse, but today the city honored survivors and victims.
It was my honor to sign an executive order that today will be remembered as Hurricane Katrina Remembrance Day. And of course, across all of Louisiana, our flags will fly at half-mast so that Louisiana knows the devastation that Mother Nature can befall upon us. It is through that loss that we have been able to see the strength and the spirit of what Louisiana actually is.
Almost 1,400 people died from the hurricane. It remains the costliest natural disaster in U.S. history. Looking ahead to tomorrow night, the Powerball's biggest jackpot of the year has surpassed $1 billion ahead of the next drawing. It is the 6th time in Powerball history the jackpot has made it to 10 figures. If someone wins, that player can choose to get nearly 29 payments or a lump sum payment of around $429 million after taxes. Drawing tomorrow night just before 10 o'clock. Tomorrow, of course, thousands of Razorback fans rallying to cheer on the University of Arkansas football team for its first game of the season. The Hogtown pregame festival set to start at 4 hours before kickoff. Crowd of about 70,000 is expected, and with big crowds, University says safety should be top of mind. When it comes to getting through the gates quickly, they say you need to be prepared ahead of time.
Make sure your app is downloaded on your phone, or we have a new update for that. Make sure that's updated, and then download your tickets. If you have your tickets downloaded and in your wallet on your phone when you get here, things will go much smoother getting into the stadium.
Kickoff for the game against Alabama A&M set for 3:15 tomorrow. Won't want to miss our pregame coverage tomorrow on the Hill to get you ready for the season opener tomorrow afternoon. Alex Stewart, Robin Hearn will be here live before kickoff. It'll all start at noon right here on Channel 5.